Are you a beginner crafter and you're confused by all of the terms that you need to know, like SVG or blank? Let me help you with that. Hello crafters and welcome to my channel Amy Makes That, or welcome back if you're a subscriber. My name is Amy and I post content every single Monday all about the Cricut projects and tips like today's video. So if you're interested in that kind of content, please subscribe to my channel and join my lovely community here on YouTube. Today's video, we are discussing all of the terminology and common words that you need to know as a crafter. I googled a lot of these terms when I first started out, so if you did that, don't be embarrassed because I'm pretty sure everyone has done it at some point. The following words and terms are used in almost every single video of mine when I'm using the Cricut, and they range from digital file acronyms to common craft items. So I hope this video helps you understand the words more and makes you feel like a pro after watching my videos. So let's start with the first word. I'm going to go in alphabetical order and it is blank. You may know this word from this video right here when I talk about the 5 best wholesale websites that you can buy blanks for your craft business. Blank simply means the empty or blank, like the word, product you're using to apply your vinyl, HTV, etc. And if you don't know what HTV is, don't worry, I'm going over that word too. I will use this word when I say I just bought a blank for a Cricut project, or I have a lot of blanks in my closet. The next word is a tool that I use in every single YouTube video of mine, and it is the Brayer tool, also known as the Brayer. This is a product that helps adhere the material to your Cricut mat. It essentially rolls on the product, so instead of using your hands, this tool really gets into the material to adhere it and give the material a clean cut. When your Cricut becomes less sticky, this is also a wonderful tool to have. So I will link that tool in the video description. The next word is carrier sheet. I mentioned this in videos where I'm using HTV vinyl or iron-on projects. It is known as the backing of the vinyl. So when you weed HTV vinyl, there's a sticky sheet that is revealed, and that's what is known as the carrier sheet. I feel like I've had a few people comment on my iron-on project videos and they're like, what is a carrier sheet, Amy? I have no idea what you're saying. So I hope that answers. The next word is decal. Decal is kind of like the opposite of blank. Typically when the Cricut cuts adhesive vinyl, you will remove it from the mat, weed it, and then apply transfer tape. This is what a decal is known as. It is just the vinyl. A lot of Cricut craft businesses will sell decals such as wall decals, car decals. That's probably where you heard the word decal. That's probably the 5th time I've said decal. But you'll see them in a lot of homes. I made one myself for my office, and they are also a great product to sell if you're looking to make money with your Cricut. The next terms that you will absolutely need to know if you're a Cricut crafter are font and text. A font is a typeface that has a matched set for each letter or glyph. Every single font out there has a specific type of weight, size, look. Fonts are a great way to express your creativity through the Cricut projects that we make. And choosing a font can take hours sometimes because you're trying to look for the right one, because you want to make sure that the project looks a certain way. I also put in the word text because the text button is in Cricut Design Space on the left-hand side of the toolbar, and that will allow you to type any word or text you want. And from there, you'll choose a font that best fits the design. On to the next term, which is a term that you will absolutely need to know if you are dealing with heat press projects or iron-on projects. I mentioned this earlier, and it is HTV. This is also known Whoa, my voice. This also stands for heat transfer vinyl, and it is also known as iron-on vinyl. I believe if you order from Cricut.com, they refer their HTV vinyl as iron-on. Basically, any other place, it'll probably say both iron-on or HTV. This kind of vinyl is strictly used for when you are heat pressing onto t-shirts, apparel, sweatpants. And if you didn't know, this kind of vinyl is actually activated by heat, so it will not work if you weed it and then try to apply it to something else without heat. The next term is used in Cricut Design Space and is also briefly explained in my beginner Cricut Design Space video, and the term is layer. You can have many many layers in your Cricut Design Space project or just one. Typically, when you're working with text, it's usually just one layer because you're going to weld it eventually. But say, for example, you're making a onesie that has a pair of sunglasses, some shapes, text. Those are all what is called multiple layers. The term layer is also used in Procreate, so if you have an iPad or if you are interested in Procreate and iPad tutorials, it's used the same way as it is in Cricut Design Space. The next word pertains to images, and it is a PNG file. Now, I actually didn't know this before filming this video, and PNG stands for Portable Network Graphic. It is an image that is typically transparent or has a clear background. So I'll show you an example right here. This is the Cricut logo and what it looks like. This is known as a JPEG file. However, this is a PNG file because there is no background. So you could kind of see the difference between the two. Now you can make this image into a PNG file. However, you cannot export it out of Cricut Design Space. The only way that you can do that is by importing it into Cricut Design Space, clicking the background remover tool or the eraser tool, just selecting that white part, and then it will make it a PNG. But it won't necessarily make it a file because you cannot export that out of Cricut Design Space. The only way I know how to make a PNG file is through the design software Canva. It is free, but they also have a pro subscription. And what's nice is that with the pro subscription, I'm able to save my image as a PNG file and check the transparent background. But again, like I said, you can save that as a JPEG file, import that into Cricut Design Space, and then just remove the background there if you are looking to use that for a Cricut project. The next term is something that you all should be familiar with if you've watched several of my videos on my YouTube channel, and it is print then cut. To sum it up, print then cut is a process through Cricut where you will print a design and then you are able to attach it to your Cricut mat and have the Cricut cut it into whatever shape, size you want it to be. I also have an entire separate video on print then cut for beginners where I go into heavy detail about print then cut, what it's defined as, how you can use it, and all of that good stuff. Okay, I'm looking at my phone. I have 3 more. The next word is scraper. This is a tool that is used for when you want to apply something with more pressure. It is normally used when you are using adhesive vinyl and you're adhering the transfer tape onto the adhesive vinyl or adhering the vinyl onto the product. I have 2 sizes of the scraper tool. I have the regular size that comes with the Cricut and the XL size. I believe I just recorded a video with my XL scraper and it is amazing. The smaller one, it definitely gets in those little areas much better, but the bigger scraper tool allows me to just go over everything within one motion and I'm not scraping it for like what it feels like forever. You totally also could use a credit card as well, but I record my videos for thousands of YouTubers, so I don't think that would be smart for me to use it. The next term is another file and it is known as SVG file. SVG is another common file that is used in the Cricut crafting world, but they don't have pixels like images or .jpeg files. They are created by using vectors. You will see plenty of SVGs all over websites like Etsy, Creative Fabrica, Creative Market, where you can buy them for commercial use, put them on a product, and then sell that product. You have to always make sure you read the terms when you are buying SVGs. Another common way that SVGs are used is for logos. So a lot of logos that you see will be known as SVGs. And the last term that you should know as a Cricut crafter is zip file. A zip file, it is commonly used for when you are downloading SVGs or fonts. I've mentioned this term in all of my font videos, especially the downloading videos. If you are planning on making and then selling SVGs or fonts, you would have to change that file and compress it into a zip file. So these are the common phrases and craft terms that you need to know as a Cricut crafter. Let me know if you would like a part 2 and if I missed any common phrases or terms that you need help with explaining. I also did not mention any tools in Cricut Design Space like the attach, slice, weld, because I actually have a separate video on that where I not only explain what they are, but I show you how to use those tools. I'll put the card for that video here. But thank you again for watching today's video. If you liked it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and click my subscribe button to see more weekly videos from me all about the Cricut. I hope you're all having an amazing day and I will see you in the next video. Bye!